All right, a quick disclaimer. This collection of Google Ads guides is content that I produced from 2018 to 2021. Some of it you can still apply. Some of it is slightly outdated due to interface changes in Google Ads and Google Analytics, and some of it is an archive of how Google Ads worked previously. The first several dozen videos will be released for free on YouTube. The rest you can get instant access to, including the scripts, keyword lists, and files using the link in the description. I'm working on sharing all of my knowledge with you on advanced Google Ads marketing after being in this game for over 12 years. So if you like this content, make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell. Leonidas here, and let's begin. All right, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to cover one of the most important things when making your campaigns. It is the search queries and negative keywords, filtering out the irrelevant clicks. So we don't want people searching for things that are completely irrelevant to our ads, yet Google's still showing our ads. So the niche that we're going to cover today is going to be the divorce lawyer niche. Okay, it's actually going to be one of the campaigns that I've worked on in the past. We're going to cover some of the keywords that I used for the campaign itself. We're going to look at the search queries, so for things that people actually looked up, and then we're going to look at the negative keywords that I decided to implement to filter out the stuff that was completely irrelevant to that particular niche, to that particular market, those particular phone calls. We're going to learn how the difference between the negative keyword types. So you still have broad match, you have broad match modifier, you also have phrase and exact match. We'll focus on adding the keywords and then creating negative keyword lists and then a quick review. Okay, so let's go ahead. So welcome to one of my campaigns. This is the Mundo Attorney Lawyer Firms campaign. I believe this one was for divorce lawyers at one point. So here, for example, we're in the keywords tab. You can see all of the keywords that I was bidding on. Some of them are completely irrelevant, like mailing address, but these are generally the keywords that I was bidding on and getting clicks for. Okay, the list is quite extensive. I think there's probably about 10,000 keywords in this campaign. And let's go ahead and go into the search terms. So the search terms are the things that people actually typed into Google on their phone to get my ad to show up. So you can see a lot of them are Morgan & Morgan. Now keep in mind, this is no longer allowed on many affiliate networks, but if you're a small business, then you know where to find the search terms themselves. Okay, so this is what people are actually typing into Google, and this is what's actually showing your ad. So you can see the list is quite extensive. I have about 4,283 clicks in this campaign. A lot of them are Morgan & Morgan, but you can see later on we have like the law office of whatever. And then we want to go into our negative keywords. So these are keywords that I thought were completely irrelevant to my ad. So I actually ended up adding them. So you can see a lawyer to fight for me to get my SSI was irrelevant. And it's with these square brackets. Okay, so this is called exact match. So if someone goes into Google and types in this exact sentence, all right, this specific exact sentence, which is a very low probability because it's so long, but if they type in this specific exact sentence, my ad will not show up. Okay, if I put those brackets around, for example, child custody, so if someone types in child custody into Google, specifically only the words child custody, then my ad will not show up. But in this case, you can see that there's no pluses, there's no quotation marks on any of the keywords in these instances. So if at any point in the sentence, for example, someone types in, I need a collections lawyer, where can I find one? If that word collections is in the search query itself, my ad will not show up at all either. So you can see I filtered out the words like court, courthouse, child custody, discrimination, district, employment, all these various keywords that are completely irrelevant to my search queries. And as well, free. So in this case, what we see here is quotations around our keyword. So these quotations indicate that if these three words are in this specific order, but they could be preceded or have words after them as well, then my ad will not show up either. So for example, I need, and then free legal services. Okay, so if any of these three words show up in this order, then my ad will not show up. Okay, then you can see I have gay rights, government, human rights, immigration, jobs, legal aid. So all these words were completely irrelevant to what I needed. And you can even see the match type here on the side. Exact match because I put these square brackets, rod match because there's nothing specific. And we can also see phrase match as well. So in this case, phrase match is over here. So next thing we want to do is we want to add negative keywords. So you've looked through your search terms and you've seen a lot of keywords that are completely irrelevant to what you need, what people are searching for. Okay, so let's say they're searching just for information and not for perhaps to call anyone. So in this case, what you could do is you hit this plus sign here and you simply type in the keyword that you want to do. So for example, I'm just gonna make it ambiguous. Let's say we don't want animal lawyers, right? So you can do animal like that, or you can type in animal lawyers. So if they type in specifically the keyword animal lawyers and nothing else, then your ad will not show up. Or if they type in animal, or if they type in lawyer animals, so that as well will prevent your ad from showing up. So lawyer animals is someone maybe who's looking for photos, because I've done that before as well, to look for photos that look like lawyers, to look for photos of animals that look like lawyers, just for fun, just for memes. So we want to, for example, so if the keyword itself triggers with this word in the front and this word in the back, in either order, your ad will not show up. Okay, so we'll just hit animal. And the next thing we want to learn about is these negative keyword lists. Okay, so negative keyword lists, you can actually create a list. So we'll add a new list and we'll do our negative keyword list. So lists you can basically carry over to other campaigns. So let's say you have about 10 campaigns that all target within a specific niche. Like for example, I made about 20-30 campaigns that were all within a lawyer niche, but they all had similar negative keywords that I didn't need, like address, courthouse, phone number, human rights, things like these. Then we can simply create that keyword, that negative list, and then reuse it in the future. So if you want to reuse it in the future, you go here and you simply select the keyword list that I created previously, or we can simply go up here and the negative keyword lists, we already have a list here. Okay, so this list specifically, the keywords involved are dogs. Okay, so let's go ahead and add animals. So we'll do that. We'll add it to our negative list, hit save. Okay, and then we'll go back to our lists up here, and you can see that now the keyword animal is also in the list. And you also have the opportunity to see these lists over here in the top right, tools, and negative keyword lists. Okay, you simply click on that and it brings you to the list, and then obviously you can go ahead and select it and continue adding keywords as you wish. So once again, Leonidas here. I hope you enjoyed that little, almost like a case study, but at the same time, negative keywords. And negative keywords are your most important tool, among everything else in the campaign, to filter out the clicks that are completely irrelevant for your campaign, because you will get a lot of them. Google will show your ad for things that are completely irrelevant to your campaign sometimes, and you need to start adding those in and making sure your budget is really low when you start. Okay, so you start adding the negative keywords in to your campaign slowly, because your competitors have already done the research. They've already added the negative keywords, so their ads are not showing up for those negatives as well. So you're gonna have to basically pay for the data and start adding the negatives in. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Salute.